The first of two on this Monday night, the Saints and Panthers underway from Charlotte. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Ready. Striker, 3-3. Ready.
They run with Sanders off the option. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Young into the slide, and he's... downs.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Panthers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
That throw by Young incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now you look at this Saints defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
Young on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here is Young. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Young. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll be inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people, because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a 1st down here.
Okay, right? Ready.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun. This is Shenault on the receiving end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swung and stopped them for almost no gain.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that, because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Panthers 3, Saints nothing.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
About the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They get this out left. Touchdown! Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Panthers 3.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. There he goes left side. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They go play action. Young. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Isaiah Foskey brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Let's go.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Drill green.
Young now. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Miles Sanders, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are once again back in front. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. This 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Carr going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one of the situation to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The problem as a former defensive back, I'm not almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
It's Young off play action. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
2nd and 5. Up the middle they go with Sanders. A little juke. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
it. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at 3rd and 41. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. The this offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And now Carr changing the formation. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
7:34.
Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Hey, 7:34.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
694.
Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Carr. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of first by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Carr going to go on 4th down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Back. On the ball.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready.
Following the interception, Young. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
These guys running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Panthers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Lie down. Later one. White Monday.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
White.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
6-18.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Laviska Shenault, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have opened the lead up to 30. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
Fielded at the 43. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And some strong running. And a short pickup to about the 25.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
At the 31, it's a gain of 6. First down, Saints.
Carr now on first down. He lets it go deep for Olave. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And working across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week, and one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here, and they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Now a second down throw for Young. Open man right side is Sharp. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. That one goes for 13 yards and it moves the sticks. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied.
At the 16-yard line.
Fly through.
Young to throw it. Being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for him first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Young on 3rd down. Over the middle, he's got Chanel. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Little short pass here to Hill, and they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Hey, Raider 2. You're mine. Yes, sir.
Now Carr. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Through the middle of the field. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's it now.
First down.
10 cycles.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Young here to throw. To Chenault on the slant. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down, New Orleans.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Throwing now is Carr. Escapes, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Carr to throw on second down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Black shot. Ready.
Young to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Young's going to throw it here. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Finding space at the 40.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
An effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
They're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
Now, I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring.